Alright, you guys. Welcome back. We are on Sendrith here again, but this time we're on the Quarm Sendrith. And wow, I'm surprised to see someone here. I really thought I'd end up being alone, but he disappeared. He's red anyway. Don't know what he's doing here. But yeah. This camp is working out pretty well for us. Let's use a manastone, get some of our mana back here. This first orc is white, so we're gonna have to be a little extra careful. Holy armor's dropping, center's dropping. So we're still level 10, just like we were at the end of the last video. I did come here and kill some orcs. Got back 15%, and I got it quick. It was really nice how fast I was able to pull that XP in. So right now I've got Lull and Soothe. Let's drop Lull, because I remember one of the pulls. I was here on my enchanter, and I remember one of the pulls I used Lull, and it didn't work. Like, I still got both of the mobs, so we're just going to go with Soothe, even though it's kind of a higher cost spell. Because the only instance we need it in is that instance that I mentioned. But yeah, the grind is super awesome right now. The twinkage is really paying off at this level. HP is low enough to where the Rubicite regen is just epic. And our AC level is much higher than it should be, and that's showing up in our results. And also, the black enameled mace does nice damage. Like, if I want, I can just nuke pull and then just melee them down. However, I am throwing in more nukes because I want to level up my evocation as much as I can. The whites, they scare me a little bit, but I usually always end up being fine by the end. But sometimes in the beginning, I don't know if it's RNG or what, but sometimes in the beginning, it can be a little close. But yeah, we're kicking butt. Overall, that's the story. Why am I not seeing any swinging? There we go. And look, this is a white con mob, and it's just nothing for us. You can see my hits in the middle here. Maybe I'll try to make it bigger. Chat font size 5. There we go. So we seem to max out at hits of 16, which is nice, and we don't seem to take that many big hits. Like, he can hit for, I think, up to like 18. But as you can see, he rarely actually lands a hit like that. I think our one-hand blunt is at like, well, let's see what it's at. It's at 44, which is not max. Defense is at 50, so it can go up at least 6 more levels before it is maxed out. Okay, when he's running, I don't like to have to chase too long, so I like to nuke. Uh-oh, can't see. Right now we're at 45% into our level. This should get us to 48, I think, if we ever land said hit. Or a good enough hit. Okay. There we go. He's got 1% HP left. Come on. There we go. It only got us to 47, so kind of weak. Only 2% for a white con mob. But look at our HP. It's like basically where it was when we started. And mana is as well. I mean, for taking out a white con mob, you cannot complain about those results. You know what I mean? And look, so we can just keep going. We can keep going. And it's almost like we got mana regen while we're standing up, because we can mana stone the extra HP we get from the ruby. Which is what I'll do if this blue lets us get to full HP. I'll just hit the mana stone. And so, if I just nuke to pull, I can just keep going and going and going. So this level is going to be a cakewalk. So you can see we land a lot. We land more and bigger hits against the blues. And he's doing alright against us, actually, but he still has not really made our HP go down. He's not beating the ruby regen at the moment. We've already got him down to 41% HP. Now 23. He's on the run, but I don't see him because of some lag, so I'm just going to nuke to finish it. Oh, but he resisted it partially, and there we go. 49. See, that gave almost as much XP as the white. That's it's a little weird. Full HP, so we're gonna hit our mana stone. Now we are losing some mana, but not much. And considering they were not meditating like at all, it's pretty good. Looks like we're gonna clear this whole camp. Yeah, some lag issues going on. Really annoying. And I would switch to mobile hotspot, but A, I've already started playing. B, it starts out really crisp and clean, and then it ends up being the same after like 30 minutes, and I don't know why, because previously, when I would hotspot, it would stay crisp and clean. So I'm almost wondering if my issue is some sort of overloaded cache somewhere. I don't know if there's a cache I can clear that helps with my game connection on EverQuest, but that's what it feels like. It feels like a cache problem. Look at this one, just cakewalk. Cakewalk. Haven't been so lucky on the belts. I've got one belt in my inventory, and I killed a few orcs last time I was here. And you've seen me kill a few already as well. No belt yet on this session. But yeah, it's just a simple grind like this. Except for when, like, usually doesn't happen, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'm tired of it. Oh, okay, yeah, he lands a hit, like, when I've already started casting, the hit goes through, which doesn't make any sense. So I get to waste the mana. Thank you. I have a request. And look, this guy must be AFK or something. I don't even know what he's doing here, because he's red to me. I mean, he can't really. That's the problem. I think there's still a lot of higher level guys that are like, oh, that's an apprentice, so he's green. So I don't need to use. This is where I would use the soothe to do a split pull, but apparently I don't need to. Because apprentices, since they're green, they don't get involved anyway. And mana stone. There we go. So we're getting like 2% per kill, and we can just keep going almost without any med breaks. It's a pretty solid solo situation, right? So my enchanter's 12, and I got her over to Crushbone. After I tried my hand at charming the Minotaurs, I figured I will go back there because I sold the weapon that the Minotaurs drop, and it did pay 3 plat, which was really nice. So 3 plat each is worth going back, but I want to get to like level 13, 14 to where they're a little easier to handle. And I might go back with my animation pet. I picked it up on Marrow, so he's got it. He just needs to deliver it. Bring that animation pet over and just use that. Don't need to charm for now. That's another option. But I went to Crushbone, and I found a couple of blue Centurions, charmed them, turned them against each other. Now, those Centurions, they were dark blue, but they probably were on like the last level of dark blue. But they were still giving 2% XP, just like those Minotaurs, even though I know they were lower level than the Minotaurs. So, Crushbone's probably a better place to be. The Zem, the belts, which I can turn in, I believe, if I've heard somewhere you can invis to the turn in, and you can turn it in with any faction. You just have to be careful of the guard. But I'm hoping that if I didn't pick up the dwarf illusion, and I don't know why. I picked up all my other illusions, and I was like, I don't want to be a dwarf. And it's probably like the most useful one now. I realize especially if I want to turn in Crushbone belts. But I'm hoping if I throw in a high elf, a human, or a wood elf illusion, it'll be enough to make me knock KOS in there, so I don't have to worry about dodging the guard that walks into the room where Canlo is, where you turn in the belts. There's apparently a guard that comes nearby you have to be wary of. So if my illusion is enough to make me not KOS and Kaladin, I won't have to worry about that card. But either way, even if I am KOS, I can invis to that point and turn in the belts. I just have to time it right when the guard's not a problem. Now this guy's only blue, so we're gonna go ahead. If it's white, I like to make sure I got like at least 90% HP because sometimes things don't go according to plan. Like I did have a white almost take me down. It seemed that way for the first 50%, and then the second half I creamed him. But that just goes to show that RNG can go against me with the white cons. But with the blue cons, there really is nothing to worry about. I seem to gain mana. I seem to gain HP when I fight them. So, not seeing many level ups on my melee, but my dex is only 76, so that's understandable. Classic and I were talking, and I've mentioned this in videos prior, but I don't know if the people watching right now have heard me say it. Everybody's aware that there's an AGI cap at 75, and what that means is if your AGI dips below 75, just to 74, you take a huge hit in your AC. I had the idea that there's probably a 75 point cap for all of the stats, and it's just not as readily apparent its effects, right? So I asked Classic, I said, hey, Classic, do you have an extra Stein? Because we picked up a Stein off of an Ogre in Firot when we were dueling together. You might have seen it in a video. I think it was recorded, but it was a small detail. So I asked him for that Stein because it's got like 15 charisma, and my enchanter needs that charisma, sorta. And he said, well, yeah, I do, but I really need it. And even if I can give you this one, but I just would go and buy another one for myself. And I don't want to make him go through that trouble. Especially since I noticed that I didn't have any charm resists, and apparently the charisma only helps with the charm not being resisted, right? The charm lasting is a magic resistance check versus a level differential check. So I didn't have to. I don't feel like I need the child that much, but I am going to try to build up more charisma on my enchanter. So, what was I saying? I just talked myself into a corner. I forgot what I was saying. Let me see if it comes back. I just sat here and thought for 2 more minutes. It's gone. I used to be so good at going off on tangents and then like coming back and like weaving it in. I must be either getting old or my brain is still crippled from my... I was pretty sick. Wow. Is this a white? This is a white. See, here's what I'm talking about. Whites, they can beat my ass down. But my answer to that is Chain Nuke 'em. Oh, that one only got through for 5 points of damage. There we go. All right. Nice 3-point bump on that bugger. So yeah, we gotta met up, let our HP recover for a while. So I had some fun on P99 Red. If you watch all of my videos, that should be the one prior to this one. Oh, come on, buddy. Leave me alone. But I need to get the UI back up and be more careful next time. Because I got myself in trouble by jumping the gun. Well, I might as well see if he's got a high quality pelt on him. I mean, I had to kill him. He didn't even want to. Like I said, I'm too used to the ranger, just like animals love me. So this is the grind for now. Solo seems to be the way to go with this much twink gear. I do want to group, and I plan to bring this guy over to Crushbone where the enchanter is. And like I said, my plan right now is to have, both of these characters, the enchanter and the cleric, in the same vicinity of where groups are a possibility. But then again, I do love the solo game, and it's going to be working a lot better with my schedule now. My wife and I are trying to go to bed earlier, like an hour earlier. We used to go to bed at like 12:30, wake up at about um, 7 o'clock. And for me, 6 hours is solid, but she wants to go to bed at like 11:30, and you know what? That's not a bad idea. Kids go to bed around 10. I can still get in like an hour, maybe twice or three times a week. But that's not really group viable. So that's fine though. I'm fine without grouping for the majority of the time because I do want to do solo enchanter charming. Like that's what I kind of really want to do, mostly on the enchanter. The cleric, I was intending this time around to spend more time in groups because I already did a ton of solo cleric. But I don't know, with this ruby breastplate, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. But yeah, the cleric I'll probably try to group more than the enchanter. Enchanter grouping is just busy. You know, it's busy work, man. It is super busy. So we can pull off 2 nukes before they get to us. And then we just beat them down. Simple stuff. So anyway, as you can see, I'm playing the alts a bit more than... I haven't been playing Marrow much. I try to log in and check out the Halfling Guards, but lately there's been a Necromancer on like every time, and it's the same one. But he's 36 now. I watched him go from like 32 to 36. He seems to always play at the times I want to play. 36 is when like half the guards are light blue, so I'm surprised he's still there as a Necro. He must just be loving the money. Otherwise he would move on to bigger, better things. So I'm pretty sure he'll level and be out of my hair soon enough, and I can resume that grind. But it's enjoyable. But I'm I'm not in a race to 50, especially with the Ranger. He's really gonna shine when the expansions come out, anyway, and he's gonna have a lot of. I'm looking forward to doing stuff in Kunark, so I don't mind leveling in Kunark. Um, Even like pre-50, there's great places to go in Kunark for leveling, fun places to go. So like I think around 40 is well, for Ranger probably like 43. Around 43 is a good time to be in City of Mist. And I think Kunark also has some zones that have more. Oh, Bakball! I remember last time I was playing, I saw him on. They have some zones that have more animals and stuff that I can fear kite. That will be at good levels for me to get XP from. Whereas right now there aren't so many choices like that. Oh, sorry. Once again, spacing out. Still a little sick. Like, I think I feel fine, but judging by my brain's performance at the moment, maybe I'm just an old man now. And, like, every time I get sick or something, like, my mental capacity diminishes and it just doesn't come back. Whoa, dude. So that ogre I saw, got active. I saw him run by me. I didn't realize he decided to clear the whole place before he moved on. Now, since we started, we've gotten like 15% experience, and I've been playing for like almost about that many minutes. Kids are going to be back home. Wife went to pick them up from school. They're going to be home in like 2 minutes, so probably going to be wrapping it up here for now on my end. For you, it's just going to be a pause because I will resume tonight. I plan to hit 11. At which point, maybe it's time to head back home, go back to Crush Bone, solo orcs and crushbone. Like, why not? I mean, these orcs are good too, you know, and get some belts, turn in some belts. Still only one belt, which is incredibly stingy. I did find a craft staff, which is epic. I should put that in the box of apple car. Save myself that weight. But yeah, this red ogre, I think he's just, that was here, I think he's just hunting belts. But yeah, Bachball is a shaman friend. Not me. I saw him on, he's 36. He's 36, I'm 36. He was well ahead of me. Well, not so far ahead of me. We played together once in the Gator Alley. Shaman and Ranger duo. I think it turned into a trio with a druid. I believe that's Bachball from that video, if you can remember that video. But yeah. We should duo up sometime. Somewhere. Shaman Ranger, not bad. You know? It's Shaman, pretty much any single melee class that you could think of. Not bad. Shaman anything, really. I'm at an orc camp sorta near the Kith zone line. Do you know it? But I'm logging literally right now. Don't come. Kids are getting home from school literally any second. And I can't be seen on, else I get slaughtered by the wifey. I'll be back on in about, let's see, what time is it now? 5:40. 4.5 hours. You be around? Wow, the lag is killer. I gotta go back to hotspot. I really want to talk with the internet guy who, you know, comes to fix your shit when it's not working correctly, right? Because, like, I don't think it should be like this. It's really bad. This is EverQuest. You know, there shouldn't be this much of a problem. It's really, I feel like it's a hardware issue, or maybe the company, you know, maybe the company. Why am I able to chain cast my nukes? I remember there being like a cooldown on them. But I noticed that the nuke comes right back with all my other spells. Usually the living nukes with the cleric, they have a cooldown. It's only the undead ones that you could chain cast. Is it because it's a lower level one? I'm pretty sure not, though. Huh. Interesting. I am chain casting just because I want to finish it quick, because I'm really pushing it right now. I shouldn't have even killed this one. Alright. Brief pause for you. Long break for me. See you guys later. Alright, we're back killing it. I already ripped through a few orcs, and I'm going to show you the soothe pole that I was struggling with before when I tried to use LOL on my enchanter. But soothe should reduce aggro radius better than LOL, and Apparently it did. So this guy's a blue, so I'm just going to try just one nuke. Save some mana so we can keep going. I was planning on finishing out the level on this video, but my friend Bachball is on, and I'd like to duo up with him, get a little ranger shaman duo going on. And I don't want to make him wait so I can finish this level on this guy. So we might just call it here. Just make this a quick installment, show you how the grinds is going solo on Sendrith here, which is to say very well. I mean, look at this. We just handle immediately. That BP regen is mad, but even without the BP regen, I mean, look at this. I think we'd be doing pretty good. I think our AC is really good right now with that Rubicite. Just all around, doing pretty nice. This guy is currently OP. Boom, slow that orc down. Let's see how much we get for this blue orc. We're at 73 and a half, went to 75. We got more than 2%. And that's a blue con, so, you know, I mean, there could be level variance amongst the blues, but there's no way blue cons are giving more than, like, for example, this white here that I'm about to kill, right? There's just no way. So I'm wondering if the UI's percentages are really all that accurate, or if it's just kind of doing a sort of a guesstimate somehow. Because I noticed that Classic was picking up some weird variances in results when he was looking at the XP gain. And I'm feeling like I'm getting some too, because that was a solid 2%. And I remember killing a white that seemed to have given less than that. So I think it's kind of a ballpark. I think sometimes it's showing more than you actually got. Sometimes it's showing less than you actually got. And that's because it's either trying to catch up or slow down or something. So that's what I think. I think the results are not as true as we might wish them to be. Wow, this guy's starting to beat me down. But anyway, let's make this our capstone kill. Let's see how it goes. Boom, we needed to get him running. Look at our HP. He really gave it to us. So 75%, almost 76%. We're like 3/4 of the way to 76%. I don't want this to take forever, so I'm gonna hit him with another nuke. And just hope and pray that we can actually land a swing with our mace here. I don't know, though. Wow, this is getting ridiculous. There we go. 78, almost 79. So that's a good amount right there. So you can kind of see how we're going to keep pushing ahead and get great XP. Lots of evocation skill ups. It's just flowing on the evocation, which is really nice. So anyway, even though this orc pawn is going to get involved, I should have known. Alright, you're going down. One hit. Haha. Feeling like a baller. But you can see how it goes. Ripping it up. Not as short an installment as I thought. We got to about 30 minutes on the video. And there's not really much else to show. But we're going to hit level 11 off camera probably. I might stay here another level. This is going so nicely. I might as well, like, if this camp is open, if I were to head to, Crushbone, I would not find as consistent blue and white mobs there. You know, a lot of the orcs in the front would be too low, and I'd be walking around, and there'd be like tons of low orcs with the occasional orc that was like dark blue, and then some light blue probably. So I'm thinking this is better than Crushbone for the moment. So I'll probably go to like maybe even 12 here. And yeah, this is great. And then maybe fill up the whole inventory with belts. We got much luckier on the second run here with the belts. I think we got 2. And I only killed like 3 or 4 orcs. So that's really good. But somehow, we've only got 3 belts total at the moment. What are these spells? Bind Affinity, level 14, healing. Okay, so these are my level 14, like, most important spells. Okay. Anyway, I think that'll do it. I I have one more transfer I want to do off of this guy. These Azor sleeves that I'm using, anybody can use them. And they got really nice AC, so I want to give him the Rubicite sleeves. And give these to Miana, the enchanter. Give her some more AC. That'll help her defense also level up faster, because her defense is still not maxed, despite how many hits she's taken, so we need to get that done. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next installment. Have a good one.